Welcome to 5 Things You Didn't Know, featuring Nocturne. Number 5. Developing cycle to release. Nocturne was designed by Ezreal, who also has designed Amumu, Ahri, Blitzcrank, Caitlyn, and Cho'Gath, just to name a few. Nocturne's name is derived from the Latin word nox, or noctis, meaning night, and nocturnus, meaning nightly. Nocturne's ultimate, Paranoia, was the name of Fiddlestick's original passive, which caused nearby enemies to miss their attacks. Nocturne was the first champion to be previewed at a popular event prior to his release, namely PAX East 2011. He was also given a small sneak peek on the website IGN before being released. Nocturne was released March 15th, 2011, though he wouldn't get a splash art update until patch 3.13, October 29th, 2013. Number 4. Voice Actor. Nocturne's voice actor is Jason Wishnov. Although Nocturne is the only League champion he voices, he also lends his voice to Dynasty Warriors 8, Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, as well as an anime called Squid Girl. Oh, never mind. Nocturne was the first champion to have a quote specifically designed for him. If Graves' smokescreen attack hits Nocturne, Graves will say one of two quotes. Either,
"Who's in the dark now?"
or,
"I got you, darkness."
Number 3. Allies and enemies. Nocturne's allies are Fiddlesticks and Shaco. Nocturne technically has no enemies listed, but much like Brand, all he thirsts for is destruction. So I'd imagine anyone but the truly demented, being Shaco and Fiddlesticks, and maybe Brand, would try to steer clear of him at all costs. Number 2. Skins. Nocturne has his basic look, as well as 5 other skins. They are Frozen Terror, Void, Ravager, Haunting, and Eternum Nocturne. His skin themes fit with many other champion skin themes like Frozen, Void, Haunting Nocturne is a Halloween skin, and Eternum Nocturne is a skin theme shared by only one other champion, Rek'Sai. Number 1. Background. Before Nocturne even made an appearance in the waking world, he was already making his presence known by terrorizing people's nightmares. The idea that dreams couldn't hurt you in the real world was soon put to the test, as summoners from the League started to have very strange, sleep-related incidents. Some would wake up with night terrors, shrieking in horror. Some simply couldn't sleep and slowly went mad as nights trickled by. Some simply never awoke. No one knew what was happening or what to do, until, that is, a field architect happened to pass out near the nexus on the Twisted Tree line. Witnesses said he cried out and then stopped breathing. Immediately after, magical energy arced out from the nexus, and Nocturne appeared. Nocturne, after freshly escaping from the dream world, slaughtered everything in sight until summoners magically were able to confine him. After a time of meticulous study, League experts came to the conclusion that Nocturne hunted summoners in their sleep, attacking them in a place where their magic was useless. This seemed to be Nocturne's only purpose in life. The families of Nocturne's victims demanded justice, but the League was unsure what to do, as they thought death would only return him to the dream world and let him continue his havoc. Eventually, the decision was made to bind him to a nexus fragment, anchoring him to the physical world, and allowing summoners to call upon Nocturne the League. This punishment was quite ironic, as it was Nocturne's own personal nightmare. The League scholars aren't sure exactly where he comes from, or if there are others like him. Last but not least, there is a speculative connection between Zed and Nocturne. As can be seen in this picture, overlaying Nocturne's normal skin and Shockblade Zed, the resemblances are uncanny, especially in their pose. The similarities don't stop there, though. Zed and Nocturne both share the same role, fighter-assassin, on top of the fact that both champions are themed around shadows and darkness. Their quotes also share some similarities, which can be heard now.
"Cut the last breath from them. Cut them from this world."
It's also said in Zed's lore that he retrieved his powers over Shadow from a chest. Given the many similarities between the two champions and their lore, quotes, etc., I believe Zed actually freed Nocturne, having him slowly seep into his mind until he becomes Nocturne, much like Brand taking over a host body, although much slower and more subtle. Next week on 5 Things You Didn't Know. Thanks for watching 5 Things You Didn't Know featuring Nocturne. Be sure to click my name, Premier Gamer, at the top to subscribe, or click some of the links below to see my other videos. And if you would like to suggest which champion I should do after Shaco, leave a comment down below, and I'll give you a shout out on the next episode.